judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you.
Hey y'all, hey, what's up, Brown Book Crew? It's your girl Shay Baby, and I kind of missed y'all a little bit. I know I saw y'all last week, but I still be missing y'all. So welcome. Before we get started, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Call your friends. Call your mom and them. Tell them that I have multi-award winning author Sheryl Lister tonight. All right. So go do all that. Y'all hurry up. Okay? Hurry up. Hurry up. Again, thank you guys for joining us. And so right now, I'm going to bring to the stage. I keep saying bring it to the stage. It's not a stage. Is it a stage? It's a stage. Award-winning author. Wait a minute. Multiple award-winning author. Miss Sheryl Lister. Hi,
Hi.
girl.
Hey.
How are you, darling?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Look at you. You just, back in sunny California, just chilling, just, looking all relaxed and things.
Yep, got to get myself relaxed. Weather's a little cloudy today. It's supposed to be raining in the next couple of days. So trying to enjoy this little bit of sunshine, cloudiness before it starts to rain. Although we need it here in California.
Just a little rain. It's cool. Hi, Cornelia. Hey, Miss Robinson. I love Miss Joyce. So, Sheryl, first of all, welcome to the Brown Book Series.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the invite.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
Yes, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, let's see. I've been in the publishing game for about 6.5 years, and yesterday marked the release of book number 29. Let's see. Yeah, I write primarily just contemporary romance, romantic suspense, have stuck my baby toe into the world of historical romance. Not sure how much I'll be back in there, but I love to read our stories, but I don't know about writing them. Let's see. And I love collaborating with some of my sister authors, which the book that we're going to talk about is part of one of those. And when I'm not writing, I like to be on a date with my real life hero and or in the kitchen playing around with chocolate. I don't eat it. I just like to make it. That's it.
Wait, now, hold on. Let me go back. So your real life hero is that's what you like playing around in chocolate with, or how does that? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, let's see. That's the only chocolate that I like is him. Let's just be real.
Okay.
Look, this is an adult show. Hopefully, look.
Listen, we can make it this show, baby. This was Brown Book.
Yes, he is my real life hero. So all of my heroes that I write about have pieces of his personality. Because he's amazing like that.
Oh, I'm about to cry.
Yeah, we've been married almost 28 years. So been together about 30 years. So yeah, more. Yeah.
28.
And so he's been amazing from day one. So I can still, they say 30 years later, that he is still the same amazing man that when I first met him. Even more so.
Girl, I'm tempted to ask, do he got a brother? But my husband is in.
He does have two. He has two, but they're married too. Sorry.
Oh, well, never mind. So
Sorry, everybody's thinking.
My husband in the other room, like, what? Sorry, baby. I just had to ask. Just ask it for a friend. Ask it for a friend.
Oh gosh,
that's so sweet. Hello to everybody in the chat room. Hey, Leslie, Sharita, what's up, baby? Sharita is my handler. That's my handlers in here. Hey, Tori. Hey, Earl. Hey, Skip. Hey, we have our fellow author, Miss Sheryl, in the chat room.
Hey, Sheryl.
Yes, another fellow author, Miss Kathy Douglas. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy. You saw Leslie? Is it Leslie L. Wright?
Yes, Leslie. Okay, you see Leslie.
She's the other part. Yes, the other collaborator. That's my other sister, girl. Too. Yeah.
Girl, I have my glasses on, Leslie. Girl, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. That's what's up. That's what sisterhood is all about. Everybody,
hey, sisters. Like all my beautiful author sisters. Yeah, I love those ladies to life.
That's what's up.
Angie's vacationing, so she's gonna be out of pocket. But Angela is the other one who's a collaborator on this series, and so those are my road dogs.
Well, let me just ask you about the series, because girl, You had to school me a little earlier this last week because okay, and we're real transparent here. So when I be thinking about anthologies, I be thinking, how back in old school days when you like, okay, you're reading a book, and all right, and it's like it's 4 authors, fine. So you finish reading their couple chapters, and you just flip the page, and it's the other authors. But now it's like the series or the standalone books, right?
Right. Sometimes we there are times when we do put them in one anthology, one book will have the multiple stories, but this way it's also called a series, and so it's just 4 books and they're connected. Like in this case, they're brothers, and so our other first 2 installment they were best friends, and so each one of us have one of the best friends, in this series we have one of the brothers. And so it's easier to just put them separately so people can buy the book.
Okay.
Each one of the books, and they can experience all the brothers in their entirety, because you're gonna want to do that.
Okay, and well, we're gonna get into the series in a few minutes because I found it something very interesting, and I was like, they're brilliant the way it all came together. But for you, Miss Sheryl, how did you know you wanted to become a writer?
Let's just say I've been writing pretty much all my life, reading and writing. I'm an avid reader, so I've been reading. I can't even remember a time when I wasn't reading a book. I'm always reading a book, always. Even as a child, I'd be the one who, behind a chair in the living room, we're trying to hide so I can read in peace, so nobody talks to me. So either that, or I'd be outside on our porch, out there writing in my little journal or my little notebook, penning little stories or whatever. And I always like to tell this funny story. It's like my very first creative story that I wrote in 7th grade almost got me expelled from school because the teacher thought I plagiarized it. Because she said a 7th grader couldn't write that kind of story. And if you look back, it would have the genre it would be now would be like young adult romance. So I guess the genre chose me way back before I knew it was. And then I just, you put it on hold because you don't see books with people who look like you. So you read the books, but you're like, okay, well, this is not a market for me. So you do something else. And then I think it was, who was it? Pinnacle Books, maybe, or because it's like Parker Romance, Parker Publishing. Who else? There's a few of those other ones. And then I found Pinnacle, they start having these books, and then BET had the Arab Best books. I'm like, oh my gosh, there are books with people who look like me and they're romance. Hold on a minute. Okay. But then it's still for 20 years told my mom stories, like, oh, I can write this, I'm gonna write about this. And she said, stop telling me the stories and write the dang book. Right. So 20 something years after me telling her stories, married, kids, in a career, pediatric occupational therapy, and then had to have back surgery. And my mom had passed away, and I was like, okay, I'm going to write this book because she's been telling me life is short. I need to just get it done. And literally I had to be put on my back to get it done. God said, okay, I'm gonna throw you on your back, girl, so you can get some stuff done. Those books, first couple books, no. Just leave them in the corner somewhere because, but it still just unlocked and said, yeah, guess what? Oh my God, you actually can write a book to the end. And it wasn't my 4th book that I actually wrote that I pitched to Harlequin and got a deal. And then from there, there we go. So I always tell people I had a Jesus special kind of journey here. So that's what I call it.
That's what's up, girl. God normally put me on my back to get stuff done too, but it wasn't my own book. But anyway, that's what's up. So it wasn't that hard for you to get. It wasn't like everybody have a different story when it comes
to a different journey. But like I said, that's why I call mine a Jesus special, because not everybody's journey is like that. So I was just fortunate. I was blessed. Let's put it that way. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of being fortunate, speaking of being blessed, we're going to see how good you are with the journey of yours. Bet you wish we had caught an episode or 2 now, huh? You're like, So there's hold on, I'm put my glasses on. I can't see. Wait a minute. Cause they about to be good. Put my glasses on so I can see all the foolery that's about to happen.
And see, you should have warned me. How you just not gonna warn a sister?
Girl, I listened. I did. I said, come on to the Brown Book series. That was a warning right there. You should have been,
Okay.
oh, hell. Let me see what this girl over here talking about. We'll take it easy, though. So we have a segment in the Brown Book series called Name That Book, where we take a character or a synopsis or a location or something or a passage from one of your books, and you have to name the book.
Seriously?
Seriously?
29 books. 29.
Yes. 29.
Right.
Oh, girl, listen, I did it with Brenda Jackson and Beverly Jenkins. You know, they had like, Brenda was like, I
Right.
had 100 books. I was like, yeah,
Okay, like seriously, right?
Now, hey, you wrote them. Let's go. Are you ready?
Oh, I guess so. Let's see.
Oh my god! But I didn't do it too hard. You know what I'm saying? Something.
I'll see how hard they are.
And I didn't do any anthologies. I just did all the stuff. I went. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I ain't gonna do it quite like that. We're gonna see. She quiet. She like, yeah, okay. Let me see what's going on over here. Okay. Name that book. The character name is Zara Chandler.
Oh, closer to you.
Look at you. Closer to you. See how easy that was. See, what's wrong?
Right, that was it. Okay, well, yeah, I got that one. Yeah, I got that one.
Okay, name that book. It's The Passage. Okay, you ready?
Oh goodness.
Yeah. She sat on the sofa, glanced around the room. A photo of a beautiful woman who had to be his late wife hung on the wall. Name that book.
Child, who got a late wife? Let me see.
Girl, let me see.
It had to be his late wife.
Late wife, honey.
Child.
Late wife hanging on the wall and things. And
let me see. It could be Giving My All to You.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who so passed on? Child, I don't even remember who had a late wife. Oh, okay. Well, that's because it wasn't the hero; it was the grandfather's wife.
Listen, I said a passage or something from the book.
Oh, look, come on.
Well, how many dead wives you got hanging on walls in your book?
Well, that's what I was saying, because Give My All to You, he lost his wife. No, so not to Give My All to You. All of Me. He lost his wife. Yeah. So
she was hanging on the wall, and the lady didn't want looking around at her.
I know.
I read that book. I know that one right now. Okay. Name that book. Michael Avery.
Perfect Chemistry.
Perfect.
And that one I could get you because that hero is based actually from my husband, of what he does. He is a certified industrial hygienist. So that's why that was my
girl. What is it? Hold on now. Pause. What is a certified industrial? What you say?
Yeah, a certified industrial hygienist. And so what he does is he actually works for the state, but what they do is for environmental kinds of things. So the people who come in when you have to check for mold, or they test for mold, test for environmental things that happen, to make sure you have the correct PPEs when you're going to do certain things, like if you're in a mine or if you're in all of that. So he takes care of the environmental kinds of things that could happen on a job.
Like OSHA. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, look at that. Okay, cool then. Perfect Chemistry. I see, honey. Okay. Name that book. This one is gonna be easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be easy. And if you don't get this book, then we're just gonna flip it over and tell Sheryl to jump in real quick.
Okay, somebody, huh?
You'll get this if I'm wrong. All right. Name that book. A lone wolf thrives off independence and privacy. Yet, even a wolf excluded from his pack can long for something more.
Oh, Tempting Hunter.
Tempting, right? I'm like, you didn't get that now,
right? Exactly. Let's see, that was fresh. I can get that one.
That one was fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Okay, girl. Now, first of all, thank you. Hey, everybody's joining in the chat room. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, so Sheryl, tell us a little bit about this book. Girl, okay, you tell us a little bit about the book. Then I got questions because I was a little upset.
I know.
it was, I was just like, girl, thank you. Tell us a little bit about this book because I got a question too.
Well, he's one of four brothers. This is a series that I did with Angela Seals, L. Wright, and Sheryl Green. It's the third installment in our Once Upon a series, and it's called Once Upon a Funeral. I know that's a kind of a kind of thing, but this series is about four brothers, the Prescott brothers, who are very close. They have really tight bond, but they are very different in temperament, different in personality, and different in what they need to make their lives complete. And so Hunter is more of the lone wolf. He kind of likes to handle things on his own. He loves his family, but he likes his privacy. He's, kind of a little bit away from them, but he will show up if needed. So, but he had some things to happen to him that changed the trajectory of what he thought was going to be his life. So I can't give away everything because it's, people have to read it.
Yeah, because girl, I read it and I just was
and I know that you might be upset with him when you first start the book, but if you keep reading it, you'll be okay.
Right, but
you'll get his reasons are
his reasons are legit, and then when I realized his reasons, I got upset with her.
Okay, but you can't. But she had no idea that he was paying that close attention.
But girl, that's why it reminds me. And when I was reading your book, what my grandfather used to tell me, that death and life is in the power of the tongue.
Mm-hmm. Like exactly.
Speaking.
And she remembered that, and she had to remember that, and so they both have kinds of things. That's why it's called. This is a book of acceptance, and it's also kind of a book of forgiveness as well. So because he made mistakes, she made mistakes. Both of them were legitimate in their mistakes. Kind of things that you don't think about. But they were very deep-seated kinds of things that, kind of changed where they started. So they get their second chance to make it right.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so now back to so we got Tempting Hunter, and it's part of a series.
Right.
What make you guys want to do a series? Is it like, okay, it's a band of sisters and we writing and we just go do series? Like, first of all, how did you guys come together to do that? And I always be wondering about the order, because you ended up with book 4. Like, do you pick a number, Enemy Mighty Mo? Like, how does that work?
Well, actually, I think how it came along is that L. Wright and I were having a conversation, and we look and see all of these other authors, particularly more white authors, that are doing these books like this with multi-author kinds of series and anthologies. And her and I had a conversation, and I was thinking, okay, that would be cool. We were thinking, okay, well, who do we ask to do this? And her and I were at a conference in another, together at a place in Chicago, I think it was. And so Sheryl and Angela lived there, and we met up with them, and it was started up as okay, so what if we did? And we literally shut down the restaurant with a whole bunch of ideas. And then that's when our first one was Once Upon a Bridesmaids, which is 4 good friends who make a pact, a best friends challenge is what it was, and to be married within a year. And so you get to follow the lives of them. And so then we moved it on to Once Upon a Baby, which is still the continuing of those 4 best friends with their next best friend challenge. And that was to see who can have a baby, So those are kind of a crazy one to see as well. And so this one here, though, is the brothers of one of the best friend who started out, from the first book, Ava Prescott, who was their best friend, who they all went to be in her wedding. So these are her brothers now.
Yeah, they're Prescotts.
And so this starts a little bit different because these are guys, and when you have men who, it's very different, the way that they think, the way that they process, the way that they work through things. And so it's always nice to see something from their point of view as well. The challenge is that they do, and how, because women, we will tell it all. We'll just call it the best friend and say what's going on. Guys, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I wish he had, though. I just really, we're gonna have a spoiler show because because after I read that one, then of course I went on and read about it was Dominic. then
hmm
Cooper
It's
and Maverick.
Inspiring Diamond, Craving Maverick. Okay, let me put them in order. The
Yeah,
first book is by L. Wright. It's Finding Cooper. Book
okay.
2 is Inspiring Dominic by Sheryl Green. Book 3 is Craving Maverick by Angela Seals. And Tempting Hunter is book 4.
So how did you end up with book 4?
I don't know. We just did it that way.
Y'all just like enemy
I
to my
think they kind of, the books actually kind of take place relatively simultaneously. So each one of the brothers are going off into their quote challenge
Yes,
to get them to where they need to be. But the timelines, vary as to how long it takes each brother to get to whatever place they end up at.
I
But they
like
start off kind of simultaneous. So it's just, but if you read them in order, I mean, you're not going to get like serious spoilers if you,
right,
read them out of order. So,
right.
but we like to just put them in the order. Sometimes we have them in order, sometimes we don't. But I think for these last 3, we did. We had them in an order.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, it wasn't. For me, I was wondering. I'm like, yo, this is like brilliant writing. Hey, Miss Baby. It's
Hey,
like,
Miss Baby.
yes, it's like brilliant writing because I'm like, okay, I'm reading your story, and then I flipped and read Sheryl's book 3. I don't know why I went from 4 to 1, but anyway. And so
2.
I was
Yeah,
like,
hers is 2. Yeah, 4 to 2.
I'm all out of whack, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's
You're
right.
all out of.
I'm a girl. I'm all out of whack. So I read hers, and I was like, okay, well, her start kind of how like your start before the
Everybody starts in the same place.
yeah, in the same place, and they don't like overlap each other. Like even your book, I did not know what Dominic was going through, and
That's right.
nothing
That's
was
right.
mentioned, but it was all
Well, because it's Dominic's story, so
right.
I'm telling Hunter's story. So if I don't want to infringe and kind of tell Dominic's story, you get a hint of who Dominic is
Yes.
and his position in the family as the oldest brother. When you read all of the books, you know who each one of the characters are, each one of the brothers are, and their personalities. You can kind of tell what their personalities are through the conversations that they have with each other, but you don't get their story. Which is a prime thing. It's like you don't want to tell somebody else's story. That's why the other person's writing it, because you want to do that. I know a lot of times readers want to have a catch up and say, well, what's going on in this one? Well, how come we don't see what's happening here? It's because they're kind of taking place simultaneously. So you're not going to do that. So it would ruin it if you read, say, book 1 first, and then you find out everything that happened to Hunter.
Exactly.
The reason why he did it in book 1. So by the time you got to it, you didn't really need to know what happened. You get a hint of something happened to him, but you don't get to know what that is until you pick up his story.
Exactly. So do you guys so you have to read each other's book, right?
Yeah, we read and we talk. We laugh and we talk and we plot and so we do that for each one. Yeah, you have to do that.
Me and my bestie do that.
We say, okay, here, read this. What do you think? Did we nail this? Did we get this right? How do we, sound with this? And so, yeah. But it always is very cool working with the 3 of those ladies, because I think we kind of write a little bit, our styles are a little bit similar, so we can kind of figure out each other. We already know really kind of how each other write. So it always turns out it's just, I think for us, it's just a magical kind of thing.
That's what's
I'm really grateful and appreciative to have them. Yeah.
Jennifer Copeland says Inspiring Dominic was hot. I have to read the others. Yes.
Hey, sis. Yes, you have to read the others.
Yeah, girl, because I was reading the other ones. I was like, okay, then like, how they be on the phone just like, okay, girl, now I wrote this and this is about this. And yeah.
So yeah, we spend lots of time talking, plotting, whether it's Zoom, phone call, text, in our little group. We just
Now, did you guys know each other before you guys, became, or are you just like author friends? Like, did you know each other before one of you guys decided to be an author and the other was like, I'm gonna write too? Or how did that come about?
No, actually, I think I met Leslie L. Wright first. I met Leslie first. And I think both of us, I met her at the Romance Writers of America conference in New York. And I think it was like 2015. And we were both pretty new authors. And I think I had met her online and then found out that she was going to be there. I'm like, oh, good. Another sister. Can we meet up? We're like, yes, let's meet up. Because, they're so there's so many, people there. It's like, 2,000 people there. And you're thinking, okay, I need to know somebody there, and especially if it's a sister. So, so we met up and then we just hit it off. And she's been my critique partner. And we talk each other off the ledge on a regular, when we get pressed for deadlines and whatnot. And then I think met Sheryl and Angie at the Romance Slam Jam conference. I think I wasn't in Detroit, maybe. I can't remember which one. We met them there. And so, and we just, been hooked up since then. Yeah. And then after, I think it was another year or two before we decided about the whole writing. It was like the next year we talked about the whole writing. Yeah. So it took a minute for us to get it done. But yeah, we plotted and planned, and yeah. And like, let people up here. I already know when I go to a conference, Leslie is my roommate. That's my road dog.
Okay.
My sister, If we got to be someplace and it's like four of us and we can get a big enough room, it'll be the four of us. We just like, my spot, my girls, So.
That's what's up. You need that camaraderie. You need that sisterhood. You know what I'm saying?
We do, because writing is very solitary. So, and this pandemic has messed me up a whole lot, because I look forward to those 2 or 3 conferences I go to a year where I get to hook up with my officers, and brothers, and see them in person, grab each other, hug each other. Oh my God, we talk online. Yes, we talk on the phone. Yes, we talk by Zoom or whatever else. But that physical presence is powerful.
Yeah.
It does that reconnecting, lots of shenanigans going on, but it's always a fun time. And I have truly, truly missed that.
Well, speaking of fun time, it brings us to the next segment in the Brown Book series. Well, it's called Who'd You Rather? Yeah, so we take the guys from some of your books and we pit them against each other, and you let us know who'd you rather. We ain't talking about marrying and none of that stuff. One night only. Okay. Okay. Who'd you rather? Hunter Prescott or Malcolm Gray?
See, playing with me.
Come on. Literally, that's what we want. Who you want to play with?
Let's see. I might have to go with Malcolm because I love that card game. So I'm just gonna play Gin Rummy.
Okay.
And if you haven't read it, you need to go on and read it. You'll know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna play Gin Rummy. Okay.
Yeah, gonna play with Malcolm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, she go play with Malcolm, y'all. All right.
Yes.
Hey, who'd you rather? Omar Drummond or Terrence Monty Campbell?
That's a real tough one, because Omar, that's my football. I love football.
Yeah.
But Terrence is my first baby.
Yeah.
And music is probably my first love. So probably Terrence. Yeah.
Right, Terrence.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because music your first love.
It is. If you read my books, pretty much there's music. I mentioned music and food literally in pretty much every book, even when I say I'm not going to.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about music. We're talking about making music. Is that?
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to keep it focused now. Like, hold on. We talking about making babies.
But then again, Omar Drummond, though, he likes to stare at people like they're his favorite desserts. And so you know what happens with desserts. He doesn't eat them. He savors them.
He does.
It could be either one.
Which one, girl?
You know what? I don't know. I might have a twofer. I don't know.
You gonna have a threesome?
Yep. No. We'll just one, and then that one leave, then come next. We do it like that.
You ain't no fun. All right, which one you want to come first, man? Literally, which one you want to come first?
Well, I'm gonna stay with Terrence.
All right, she gonna stay with Terrence, y'all. She gonna stay with Terrence. Okay. Who'd you rather? Justin Cartwright or Romeo Alexander?
His name is Romeo, and he will tell you that it's Romeo.
Romeo, okay. You can read in the book.
You know what?
Still fine.
I'm gonna have to go with Black Ice, Romeo.
Okay. Okay.
And if you haven't read it, you'll know, you get to find out why he's called Black Ice.
Okay then, for the black eyes.
Mhm.
Leslie said she going Omar.
I know, right?
You
I
know what I'm
know, I know.
saying?
Mhm. And she like
Leslie
Malcolm,
said
right?
Malcolm.
I
Tori
know,
said
lady.
Omar.
See, Tori, yeah, I know, I
She,
know.
re-
Saving that
she
dessert.
said Omar. And
Omar, for real. Yeah, see, Omar was, anywho, yeah.
I'm just saying. I think everybody is talking about Omar, but y'all,
Omar is special.
this
Omar
is her.
is,
This
he
is
is, like I
her one.
said, football. Yes. Motorcycle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is her one night, y'all. Let her, let her do who she want to do for that night. I'm just saying.
Oh,
So
gosh.
back to Tempting Hunter.
Okay.
How hard was it for you to write his character? Like, did I know you guys are writing together, but did you have to come up with his with his
What,
personality, or was it like, okay, this brother's gonna be like this, so this brother needs to be like this? Actually, they all kind of got that little something together, like alike, for real, for real.
mhm.
They
No,
all
everybody just developed their own characters. But with mine, with his issue, I actually got some help. So if you read the acknowledgement, you'll see in the back who helped me.
girl, I know, not me. I don't know, Kendall. Let me see. Can you tell us who helped you? Is that a
Yeah.
spoiler?
Help me. Yes. To help me to just kind of navigate his issue was I don't know if y'all know. Yeah, like I said, I love my music, and Will Downing is one of my favorite singers, and so he actually sat answered some questions for me about
Are you call Will down here? What?
yes.
That's what I'm talking about. You're officially my new hero.
Yeah, so he was very, very helpful with giving me the information because he's actually had the same thing. So and I remember it way back when he was sick, when he first got, when
Yeah,
he got his diagnosis, and I was part of, back in the day before there was Facebook, the
yeah.
authors had boards on their own websites. And so I was part of that wolf pack. And I remember, everybody being sad, when he had to cancel everything and get back. And so I actually was at his first show when he first came back. I had to take pictures so everybody had to know that he was okay and whatnot. So he actually was very transparent, very helpful with answering some questions for me. I didn't want to put too much of it in there to dwell on what happened to him. You just get a little bit in hindsight, and you get to hear about what happened. But I didn't want to let that take over the pages. But yeah, he answered a lot of my questions for me for that.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. They're all in the chat. Thanks, Veronica, Suzette, Jennifer. They liking my shirt, girl. Cause
I
honey,
know I do too. See,
thank you. Honey, sometimes you just gotta draw the line. Like, I don't. When this is over, let it still be over.
exactly. 6 feet, people. 6 feet.
6 feet, people. 6 feet. That is amazing. Okay, so how hard was it for you but besides getting help from Will Downing, like the whole, that's just like the physical part of
Right.
it too.
That part.
Why
It
the
wasn't too hard to do it. I mean, it's always when you craft a character, you kind of know their background, but sometimes they kind of tell you a little bit more about what happened. Because like when I first started it, I was kind of like, why are you doing this? No, she right. And then she told me herself why she, what happened. I was like, oh, okay, I get your reasoning now. Okay, keeps writing,
okay,
so it's like the characters kind of take over it when you start in a direction. I did have a plot,
Mhm.
and it's still the same plot, but it became a little bit more emotional on both sides of the page when the characters start telling me their stories and their backstories and their reasoning and their fears and their vulnerabilities. So that always helps the story when the characters do it. I let them have their way, and it seems that they know better than me, and it always turns out better when they talk to me. So I let them talk.
That's what's up, girl. I can't wait to everybody to read this book though, because when I tell you that was the point when they were,
I know it was emotional, and I was like, okay, there's way too many emotional pieces to this
it
story.
was very emotional. So I found myself looking like, oh my God, and then
Yeah.
girl, the sex scenes, I was holding my breath because I thought something bad was gonna happen.
Oh, no.
I
We're
did.
not
I
gonna
was
mess up sex like that. We're not gonna do that.
like, girl, I don't know. You had already messed me up in the beginning. So I was like, I see now she got tricks up her sleeves, honey. I gotta watch Miss Sheryl. And girl, I did. I was like, Lord, hold him up, Jesus. Please, God, don't let him fall, Jesus. Please.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he
He
was
just has to, you
good.
know, take a rest here and there. So
Okay, I get it, but yo, that is hot. So, do you have any other like books coming up? Any more anthologies coming up, or any? No, hold on, wait a minute, because I know y'all got a sisterhood and all that other good stuff and all that, But there are other authors out there. Like, who else would you like to do a story with besides your regular sisters?
I've done several. Actually the last 3 books that I've released have all been part of collaborations.
You is a collaboration.
So the last one was around the holidays. It was called New Year Base Solutions, and it was 8 of us authors, and we did a countdown starting from Christmas Day all the way to New Year's. Wow. So is it 8? What do we got? 8 naughty nights, 7-month drought. Wait, is that what it is, Sheryl? I'm like, Sheryl, what is it? 7-month drought.
Where's she
6 more minutes, 5 midnight moments, which was mine, was 5 midnight moments, 4-page letter, 3 wrong dates, 2 hot kisses, and 1 more drink.
And all this was they all were standalone.
All standalone. So 8 naughty nights is Nicole Falls, 7-month drought, Sheryl Green, 6 more minutes is AC author. Wow. 5 midnight moments is mine. 4-page letter, Angela Seals. 3 wrong dates, Kelsey Green. 2 hot kisses, Yara St. John, and 1 more drink, L. Wright.
Girl.
Yeah, so that was Christmas. And then in September, I collaborated with Delaney Diamond and Sharon Cooper for our Irresistible Husband series. And my book was called Do Me. I'm going to let you go and just think what you want with that. Because whatever you think, it probably is. And their books was Show Me and Love Me. So, yeah.
So listen, though, who picks the authors to be in the anthologies together? Do they call you and you'd be like, okay, let me, I got you. So
see what happened. Sharon and I were talking because I guess what happened with Sharon and I, because I think at one point both of us had released stories about older characters, more mature characters, and people were saying that they liked that. And then you know how you're in book groups and they ask the question, oh, who you think should collaborate together? And somebody said her and I. And so she called me. She goes, somebody was in the group and they said, I think we should do something. Okay. And people like the older character. What if we did? Can we bring somebody else? I said, what about Delaney? Because she's worked with Delaney before. I was like, absolutely, let's do it. So, kind of the same thing. And then you try to choose folk that that you can work with, people that will come on board. It'll be easy, no problems. And, that you kind of have some similar kinds of writing, a little bit different, but still similar in style. And the magic happens.
Oh, girl, yes. The magic. Now, what about the publishing though? Because is it with everybody that's in the same that belongs to the same publishing companies or?
Oh, well, these are our individual publishing. So these are all of our self-published books that we put up on our own.
Okay.
And so like my Harlequins ones are those, and I have new series that I'm working on for Forever Books, which is part of Hachette. And that will be surrounding a group of friends who get together. It's like a supper club kind of thing. So she's a nurse by day, but she loves cooking for her friends. So they get together, talk about life, talk about men, laugh, be silly, have fun. And yeah.
I like it. So your author sister.
Yeah. Sheryl, listen. Like, okay, like countdown.
Your author sister girls in here got you, honey. And she just goes.
I was going to ask Sheryl, like, if I forget somebody throw up a bad sign and tell me who I forgot.
Girl, listen, they got your back. That's how I be talking about.
They do have my back, like I said, and I love all my tribe. There are a few more who are not on here that are still part of my tribe, and I tell you, it is nothing like finding your tribe.
Yes,
and I find them and I love on them hard because they are amazing.
That's how I am, me and my handler girl. I'm like, girl, I should really get in here, honey. Let's do this. Hey, y'all. All right, everyone that's in the chat room, please like and share. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our page, and go find this book. Now, we have another segment in the Brown Book series. She always looking like, oh, hell, here we go.
Here we go again.
It's not gonna be that bad, okay? It's called.
You know, you said about the first two, so let me just.
but you got it right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Are you having fun? That's all that matters.
I am. I'm having a great time.
As long as you're having a good time, that's all that matters. Later on, you're gonna be like this. Okay, look. So we have
I would not be saying that. See,
that's sweet. We have another segment in the Brown Book series called Author's Moments. See, we're not all just silly. Sometimes, I'm just saying, it's gonna be some BS. Okay. And then when we ask you, a question, like just different moments in your life, and you give us your honest answer. Okay. As honest as you can be without getting me kicked off. Because I like what I got going on right now.
Don't worry. No.
I just playing. Okay. You get me kicked off is wonderful. Okay, listen. So Author's Moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year?
Ooh, my urgent priority probably is to keep my health together, because I have chronic, back issues. And if I can just keep the back, the hip, the rotator cuff straight, that would be it. That would be the priority.
Yeah. Did you say?
And then the second priority would be like, keep my date nights going and get these books finished. So,
girl, the way you talk about your husband, honey, listen. You gonna keep them date nights going, even if you don't.
Oh, yes, I don't play about my date nights. I do not.
That's so sweet.
I don't.
Very nice. Okay, author's moments. What are you most grateful for right now in this moment?
Oh, that's a whole lot.
It is.
I think with the state of everything that's going on right now, I think I am most grateful that everybody in my family is still healthy with all this COVID, with all this stuff, that everybody's healthy. Everybody is still, mentally healthy as well. It's been a struggle. It's been a long, crazy year. So I think that's what I'm most grateful for, is that everything is still intact.
That's what's up. Yeah, because it's been crazy. Last year was crazy, and this year was okay.
Yeah. It's just starting off with a bang, like craziness. So
yeah. Okay. Author's moments. If you could have tea with one fictional character, who would it be?
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Ooh, there's a lot of folks I want to sit down and talk with. A fictional character.
Fictional character.
Oh, that's a hard one, because I can I'm turning pages of all these books that I've read. I'm like, I don't know. It might have to be like one of Beverly Jenkins' characters, one of her heroines. It's hard though. Pilar from her Destiny. Was it Destiny's? What's the third one? I can't remember the name of the book. It's her third book in her Destiny series. And it's Pilar. She was a pirate, and I want to learn how she learned how to use that sword. That's what I want to do. So we can have a little chat about that sword, because I want one of those.
Okay, then.
She was fierce.
Yeah. Okay, then. That's what's up. All right. Let's see here. Author's moments. Okay, so you have written under a pen name before, correct?
No.
Okay, great. So if you had to write up on a pen name, what would it be?
Initially, I had thought about doing it because, like I said, I was a pediatric occupational therapist.
Right.
And I was like, what if my parents ring up with it? And I was like, should I get one? Should I have one? My husband's like, you write these books, put your name on them. I was actually going to have Lynn Gerard, which is a combination of mine and my husband's middle name. So it would have been Lynn Gerard. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Mm-hmm. But then I didn't want to get in trouble, because me trying to remember a pen name and signing books with Sheryl Lister would have been in trouble, and be like, oh, wait, that's the wrong name. Messing up. People calling me thinking I'm stuck up because I'm not answering because I don't remember that my name is supposed to be something else. So yeah. I'm like, let me just stick with easy and be myself straight.
I like that though, Lynn Gerard. That would have been a nice name though.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Okay. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
I would probably tell her to not worry about what other people are writing and just write your stories anyway. Even if you don't see them like yours, write them anyway.
I love that. Just write it anyway, girl. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. What are you bored of?
Oh, I don't know. I really get bored because I don't have time to get bored actually.
Writing books. I'm on my date night. I got
Yeah,
time.
I was like thinking, yeah, I don't actually have a lot of time to get bored. So
Okay. So we don't get bored.
maybe the only thing I'm not bored of, no, I'm not bored of anything really. Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So this question you'll like. If you could master any instrument on earth, what would it be?
Well, I played clarinet for 9 years, so I mastered that one pretty well. That was like my one regret is not playing in high school. So I played all the way up to high school, and I changed trajectory and didn't do it. But I would like to learn how to play the piano and drums too. My youngest daughter plays drums, so she can wear out some drums. But I wanted to do piano and drums, but I got the clarinet, so
So you got the clarinet, so you're good on that.
yes.
Okay, then that's what's up, honey. Okay, so if you were hosting a dinner party and could invite only 5 people, who would it be? Dead or alive?
Oh, from any era, huh?
Any era. Who would it
Mm. Look, I would invite my mama because that means that she would be back.
be? I mean,
I'd definitely
that
invite my
part.
mom.
That part.
Invite my great grandmother because I was young when she passed away, and I want to. I'd love to learn from them, and so just getting that family history and everything would be for her. So let's see, and then maybe like Maya Angelou, who's like one of those persons, or Cicely Tyson, because they like just in the presence of greatness. Let me see, and then who else? Hmm. Probably be this and want to sit down and talk with Jesus because I have some questions about how come things are going certain ways. So that would
Listen,
probably. I mean, it's like, listen, like, Lord, can I just ask you? I mean,
without
hey,
me going to see you, can you just come
without
down
me
here?
going to see you, can I do it like damn?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
So was it that 4? We need one more, right?
Okay, one more.
Even though
Oh,
Jesus should take the cake, but
yeah, I know, right? Listen, although if I invite him, people be like, "Ooh, wait a minute, I don't know if I'm coming."
girl, right? I'm like, listen, he might have jokes when he get there.
I know, right? And then probably, let's see, and then this era, who
Teresa,
else would I have? Oh, I don't know. 'Cause I'm like having a big dinner. I'm like trying to get a few more people. Let's see. Hmm, I don't know.
mm,
I have to think on that.
you did great.
Well, I
You
did kind of get 2 for 1 when I said Maya and Cicely. So
Well, yeah. So you got your 5. You're good. And
yeah,
you kind of just
that's
for real took the cake. I was just like, yeah, literally
fine.
though. You gotta come down here, Lord. Now,
I know, right? It's like, without me going up there, can I just get a dinner? This is just for dinner now.
this is just for dinner. You know what I'm saying? And not the last
Exactly.
supper. Look, and not the last supper. Don't none of that. Just
None of that. None of that. Exactly.
all right, Cheryl. This has been a great interview, man. So actually, we're towards the end. We have one more question to go. This one by extremely fast. And I just want to thank you again for coming on here and just hanging out with
Oh,
us.
I
Like
thank you for the invitation. I've had a great time. It's been fun.
this has been absolutely fun. So before we go to our last question of the interview, we want you to tell everybody where they can go and get your latest novel, Tempting Hunter, and where they can follow you, all your social media handles, and all that good stuff. So we can always be here to support you.
All right. You can find me on Facebook. My author page is author Sheryl Lister. And then I have personal page is just Sheryl Lister. And then Instagram and Twitter are both Sheryl Lister. You can find my book on Amazon. Just look up my name, Sheryl Lister, and you can make sure you get the whole series. Though you don't want to get just one. You got to get all four brothers. You can't
Yeah.
just leave all the other three brothers hanging. So get the whole series, and then make sure y'all leave reviews though, because those really are helpful for us.
Now, where's the best place for them to leave reviews? Is it
Amazon, because a lot of times it's like we always ask for interviews most of the time, but we ask for them and but Amazon is kind of the place where if you are publishers, if we're trying to get deals or we're doing everything, they look there to see it. And if they only see a few reviews, like, I know we always say that 50 is that magic number, and it is. And 50 tends to be the time when Amazon kind of your book is shown more. It might be sent to somebody's email that bought something similar or whatever. So Amazon tends to be that place, and then publishers look to see where the reviews are, and pretty much because Amazon has pretty much cornered the market, that's typically where they look first.
Okay. So y'all go in here, flood the reviews and go pick up the whole series. Read it in order. Don't look like I did. Went from 1 to 10 to 2. And I think I'm on 3 now, and then I don't know.
Just go back and go back and find Finding Cooper, and then go back to Craven Maverick, and you'll be good.
Yes, and so make sure you guys pick everything up, and thank again for your sister author friends who was in the chat with us tonight. So,
thank you, sisters. I love y'all.
Yes, thank you guys. So the last question of the interview: if you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Something about that woman.
It's something about that woman. You right about it now, girl. I'm here for all of that. Hey, Joe, thank you so much. Hold tight for me, okay?
Okay.
Hold tight. Hello, everybody. Thank you again for joining in with us, man. This was a great interview again. So please go and check out Sheryl Lister's new book. I'll get the whole series, all of them, everything, the whole series. Once Upon a Funeral. The books are good. I was reading them and I was like going through them. I'm like, okay, look at them. So make sure you go check them out. Now, every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, every Wednesday night, we're here at the Brown Book Series. So make sure you check me out. And then once you leave me at 6, at 7 o'clock, you go over to Reese Ryan's channel. I think Reese is off today, but she'll be back next week. I think that's what she told me. Y'all go over there and just see. Make sure. Y'all know I got ADHD. Go over there. But 7 o'clock. So you leave 6 o'clock, Brown Book Series. 7 o'clock, Reese Ryan. 8 o'clock, you go over to Iris Bolling for Iris Moments. She's at Cruise Radio. And we'll have everything down below. But 6 o'clock every Wednesday night, right here, the Brown Book Series. And next week we will have Miss Sarah McLean. So make sure you come back and check us out. And then the week after that, Miss Rochelle Ayers, honey, we getting down in the month of March. So make sure you come back. So, okay, y'all good? All hearts and minds clear? 6 o'clock next week, right here, Brown Book Series. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. 7 o'clock, Reese Ryan. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. 8 o'clock, Iris Boldens for Iris Moments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Y'all have a great night. Please be safe and wear your mask, all that good stuff. God bless.